Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I've got something super exciting today, a brand new release from Craft&You Design, and I'm doing a full unboxing right here with you. This collection is captured moments and it's absolutely packed with vintage vibes, soft pastels and gorgeous little details. We've got dies, papers, tags, frames, numbers, basically everything you need to create memory keeping magic. Whatever you are into scrapbooking, journaling or card making, this release is going to spark so many ideas. Okay, the box is already open. I couldn't resist picking, but I've saved everything to show you properly, one by one. Let's dive in and explore all the goodies together. In the first shot, you can already see the dies, stamps, and stencils. There is a whole bunch of them. So normally I'm all about them. You know that's my thing. But these papers, oh wow, they grab my attention right away, and I really want to start with the papers. Let's take a closer look at the paper spot first, and then we will back to all the dies and the rest of the stuff. Okay, first up, this stunning 12 by 12 paper pad from the Captures Moment collection. Just look and discover. It's already giving vintage vibes with the typewriter case, faded text, and the soft sepia tone. You get 12 sheets total with 6 double-sided designs, and the cardstock is nice and thick, so this is a 250 GSM, so it's perfect for layering, die cutting or even mixed media. And now let's flip it over. This is the back side of the same sheet, and it's just as gorgeous. We've got vintage camera, film, reels, suitcases, maps, butterflies. It's giving a total travel journal vibes. I love that there is also blank tags and labels, perfect for adding dates, little notes or layering behind photos. Honestly, this sheet is a dream of memory keeping, travel layouts or even vintage style cards. You could totally build a whole story just using these elements. Okay, next up, this one got such a cool vintage notebook vibe. It looks like an old travel log or journal page with the faded handwriting and those soft lined textures. I can totally see this as a base for journaling or layer it behind a photo in a memory page. It's got that quiet storytelling feel, like you are capturing a moment from the past. Definitely one of these papers that makes you want to slow down and create something mindful. And here is the back. Oh wow, this one is total collage dream. We've got a vintage portraits, roses, butterflies, old newspaper clippings. It's like stepping into a memory box. Okay, this one is giving total travel journal vibes. Look at all those layered textures. We've got faded tickets, handwritten notes, all newspaper clippings, or even baggage check tag from Paris to New York. It's got that perfect mix of grunge and nostalgia with all those sepia tones and distress edges. I can totally see this as a background for a travel theme layout or even chop into strips for layering behind photo or ephemera. It's one of those papers that makes everything look instantly more interesting, like it already has a story built in. And on the back of the sheet, we've got this super cool sticker style design. Look at this, vintage cars, motorbikes, watches, compasses, even a little characters and chess pieces. It's got such a masculine retro vibe, but still really artsy with the newspaper background. Okay, this one is seriously textured. It's like a collage of old newspaper clippings, written letters, and even what looks like a torn book page. Uh, there is a wood grain, fabric texture, and all these little edge details that make it feel super authentic. It's got that rustic historical vibe, perfect for storytelling layouts, vintage journals, or even cards with a bit of depth. I love how it feels like you are piecing together fragments of someone past. It's moody, it's layered, and it's full of character. And on the back, oh yes, this one's full of vintage glam. We've got elegant ladies in all kinds of outfits, roses, butterflies, lipstick, coffee cups, even angel wings and playing cards. It's like a mix of old Hollywood and dreamy journaling aesthetics. And here is another beauty. This one looks like an old diary page with grid lines and faded handwriting. There are ink splatters, soft distressings around the edges, which gives that perfectly aged look. It's subtle but also versatile, great for layering, journaling, or even stamping over. I love how it feels like a whisper from the past, like you are adding your own story on the top of someone else. Definitely one of those background papers that quietly elevates everything you put on it. And flipping it over, this one got a total mixed media vibe. There is a bookshelf collage, compass, grid patterns, ink splatters, and even bold numbers like 4 and 2 popping through. It feels like a travel journal meets art studio, super textured and full of movements. The little phrases at the bottom, follow your bliss, art journal, let go, they are perfect for adding that emotional spark to your project. This sheet would be amazing for layering or even as a full page background in an art journal. It's got that let's get messy and expressive energy. Absolutely, I absolutely love. And here is the last paper in the set, and it's a strong finish. We've got a full-on vintage travel collage, classic car, suited gentleman with the briefcase, a world map, old stamps, and all those layered textures. It's got numbers, grids, faded labels that make it feel like a passport page meets a travel diary. And now I want to show you these two pages side by side. They've got a really similar vibe and I love how they play off each other. Both have that vintage travel collage look with old newspapers clippings, map stamps or those muted sepia tones. And on the back, we've got this gorgeous cut apart sheet with the 12 mini designs, each one totally unique. There is everything from vintage portraits and sculptures to classic cars, cameras, clocks, and florals. It's like a little gallery of inspiration. You could use those for tags, focal points, journaling cards, or even ATCs. Alright, now it's time for stencil, and I'm really excited about these. They are such a great way to add the texture, depth, and movements to your background, whatever you're working with inks, pastel, or sprays. So let's take a look at the first one. Okay, so here's the first stencil, and it's got that clean geometric grid pattern that I absolutely love for lettering. It's a super versatile and you can use it with inks, texture paste, or even dry embossing to add some subtle structure to your background. It works beautifully with the vintage papers but also adds a modern edge if you pair with some bold colors. I always reach for grid style stencil when I want to break up space without overwhelming the design. It's like giving your light a quiet rhythm. Okay, and here's the next one. This chevron pattern is such a classic. It's clean, graphic, and adds instant movement to any backgrounds. I love using it with the texture paste for that raised effect, or blending in through it to create a layered look. And here's the next one. This diamond lattice pattern is so satisfying to work with. It's symmetrical, clean, and adds a really nice sense of order to any backgrounds. I love using it with soft inks for subtle texture, or going bold with the pastel and metallics to make it pop. Alright, now let's move on to the stamps. And you know how much I love working with these. They are perfect for adding those little details that make a project feel complete. Whatever its background texture, focal images, or just a bit of grunge, stamps always bring something special. So let's take a look at the first one. And here is the first stamp. It's all about texture and movement. These horizontal lines and abstract shapes are perfect for building layered backgrounds and adding subtle details behind your focal point. I love using stamps like this with the archival inks, or create a bit of grunge, or heat embossing them for extra dimension. And here's the next stamp. This one got a grid pattern with a twist. It's not perfectly clean, which I love. The edges are a bit distressed, and there is even a little star cut out near the top. It's perfect for adding texture behind your focal point, or even stamping off the edges for more abstract look. And here's the last stamp, and I am obsessed with this one. It looks just like an old library checkout card, with dates, lines, and that classic due date label. It's perfect for vintage journaling, memory keeping, or even adding a quickie touch to a mixed media piece. Alright, now we are moving on to the dice, and I can already tell these are going to be fun work with. Uh, Dice are where the magic happens. They add shapes, dimension, and that crisp finish to any project. Whatever you are layering, creating focal points, or building little scenes, dice always bring everything together. So let's take a look at the first one. And here's the first die set, three labor shapes, each with a different decorative edge. These are so handy for sentiment, journaling spots, or even layering behind focal images. I love how the edges add just enough details without being too fussy. You can keep it clean or go full vintage depending on your paper choice. And this one really catch my eye. It's like a little story on in one shape. A heart at the top, a fountain pen nib at the bottom. It feels like written from the heart. I love how symbolic it is, perfect for journaling, memory keeping, or any project where you want to express something personal. And this one is designed just like a pocket, so you can see the little lines on the side and bottom. So when you cut out those embossed lines, guide you where to fold or glue, so you can tuck in tags, notes, or little ephemera. So it's such a clever detail, and the stitches edges give it that finish handmade look. So perfect for junk journals, mini albums, or even interactive cards. I love dies like this because they are functional and decorative. They add depth and storytelling to your project. And here is a number set. The font is more stylized, a bit bolder, and it adds a playful or even retro feel depending on your color choice. It's perfect for a business cards, advent calendars, or any project where the numbers take center stage. And here is the next die, a beautiful lattice pattern that's perfect for backgrounds. It adds instant texture and structure, whatever you're going for, something elegant, vintage, or even a bit industrial. I love using dies like this with a vellum or metallic cardstock. They catch the light and create such a striking effect. And now I want to show you how beautiful a stencil and die can work together. Uh, Here I've got a little stencil and matching dies, both with that diamond grid pattern, but each brings something different to the table. The stencil is perfect for soft, layered backgrounds with ink or paste. With the dies, give you creeps, dimensional cuts you can layer it or use as a focal point. And here is another fun die set, this time with the office themed shapes, two paper clips, a binder clip, and a little Buddha clip. I love how quirky and useful these are, especially for journaling and the planner pages. You can cut them from the metallic cardstock to make them look real or go playful with bright colors. And what's funny is that it reminded me of the die set from about 2 years ago. There was a tiny clip and some paper clips in that older release. I remember that was with the photo frame. And this die set is really clever. The main piece cut a strip with three openings, and then you also get these extra decorative circles that fit perfectly around each hole. So it doesn't just create windows, it also gives you these little frames to dress them up and make the whole piece look more finished. You can use it on the cards, but it's also perfect for albums. You can glue it onto a page, clip it into your album using the holes, or even thread the ribbon through them for more decorative look. And I'm sure I will create something with this one soon because it's exactly the kind of die that spark idea the moment you see it. It's simple, elegant, and adds such a lovely touch to any project. And here's the first frame die. It has those signature folds on three sides, which makes it perfect for creating pockets or tuck spots. You can glue it into a card or album page and slide in a tag, a photo, or a little journaling card. It's simple, but that stitched oval in the center adds a really elegant touch. And here is another frame die, this time a classic rectangle with a decorative edge. It's perfect for layering behind sentiments, creating focal points, or even building shaker elements. And here is another frame die. This one has a layered look with a stitcher detailing around the edges. It's perfect for building dimension on your cards or album pages, and the stitching gives it that polished handmade feel. You can use it as a base for sentiments, a photo, or even stack a few layers for a shadow box effect. And now I want to show you all the frame dies together. Each one has its own character and use. We've got classic rectangles with the stitches edges. Seeing them side by side really shows how versatile they are, and I already have a few ideas brewing uh, for how I will use each one. And this one is so fun. It's a clip die with a circular end, and you get a whole set of little decorative inserts to go with it. There is a heart, bow, a sun, even mustache, all designed to fit perfectly inside the round space, so you can mix and match depending on the theme, mood, or occasion. And now for the last die. And honestly, this one is just stunning. It's like a mini page all on its own with the built-in frame. I try to show you that there is a frame inside, and you've got also whole set of decorative inserts inside. You get structural detail and versatility all in one. It's perfect for layering, building little composition, or even creating standalone elements for your album or card front. I absolutely love dies like this. They feel complete, like a little canvas you can build on. It's definitely must have in my stash, and I already know I will be reaching for it again and again. So that's whole collection. A beautiful mix of frame, pockets, clips, and decorative elements. I hope this give you some inspiration, because I can already see so many projects coming together with these dies. Thank you for watching, and I can't waiting to show you what I create with them next. Bye!